Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Pokemon Go. I am hyped for Pokemon, so I thought I'm in the mood. I'm gonna make a video. It's gonna be the Stardust video that I've promised for ages. As you can tell by the title of the video, you didn't need me to tell you that, but if you look at the nearby, we have some Gen 3 Pokemon. I am not going to catch them yet because there are only like 5 new ones, so you don't need to rush out and catch them. And by the way, if you want your Pokedex to be a 100% record, then do not click on any gyms. People will be putting their new ghost types in those gyms, and if you click on a gym with one of those ghost types and you haven't caught it yet, it'll come up on your Pokedex as seen but not caught, so you will never get that 100% record. So let's have a look. We've got I don't know what this is called. Something Skull. I don't know what it's called. This is definitely Shuppet. I have a very good Shuppet on Pokemon Duel. I don't play that game. Well, I can't really say I don't play that game anymore. I played very little. I play it very sparingly. But enough chit chat. Let's get on to the purpose of the video. And that is 1 million Stardust. I'll be powering up 3 legendary birds and some other stuff. So to start off the video, I'm going to start off with, of course, the boy Zapdos. I am Team Instinct. This is the best electric type in the game. I'm pretty sure. I think there's Ampharos and also Jolteon, but I think because this guy is a quick attacker, Charge Beam is, I am pretty sure, a quick attack. Just let me check. I'm pretty sure it is a quick attack. And I'm going to turn off the volume for the power up. Let's see, Charge Beam. Yeah, it can only learn Charge Beam, but it's a quick attack. It's a quick attack, guys. So I'm gonna turn off the volume because it's just gonna do this time and time again. It's just gonna do this time and time again. It's gonna go diddly diddly diddly. And if I just keep doing that, it's just gonna get annoying really quickly. So I've got plenty of candies. I actually used a bit too much rare candies on this guy. I thought I needed 223, I think it was, but it turns out I only need 218. So I could have just transferred some of my not so good Zapdoses. So let's get this show on the road. So Zapdos, I'm gonna fully power up Zapdos. Team Instinct representing, and I can't wait to use this guy in the gym. His max CP. Let's have a look at his max CP. See what his max CP is. His max CP is, whoa, boys, 3,330. But that's for level 40, so it'll hit 3,250, I think. But it's still like a 3,000 CP electric type. I've been waiting for this day. The Jolteon is good. Thundershock, Thunderbolt is very good. I used the TM on my. I had a Thundershock Thunder 91% IV. It's only 91%. I do have 100% IV Jolteons, but I would need to use a lot of Stardust, and I need the Stardust to power up your boy Zapdos. So I just can't like power up another Jolteon. Even when I've got TMs, I could just change it to Thunderbolt. And 91% compared to 100%. is not that much when you're just attacking. And I can't exactly put Zapdos in a gym. Not Zapdos. Jolteon. I can't put Jolteon in a gym. So I didn't go crazy during the Stardust event. I didn't get up to 2 million Stardust like I wanted to. I got up to 1.7 million. And I'll be using 1 million Stardust today. I could power up some other stuff, but I want to save some Stardust for some of the meta Pokemon. The meta Pokemon that Gen 3 is going to give us. Number one being Slacking. Oh my goodness, his max CP, boy, you guys, it's max CP. If I'm appearing more hyped than usual, it's because Gen 3 has done this to me. But his max CP is 5,441. What? He would have been Blissey on steroids. He would have been just insane. So they are going to definitely nerf him. They're going to definitely nerf Slacking. What am I going to go with? I can't keep going Slacking or Slacking. Slacking. I'm gonna go with slacking. So you're slacking off. Slacking. Okay. Okay, so this Zapdos is almost fully powered up. Yeah, so they're going to nerf slacking. I don't know how. I don't think they're going to nerf him to the point where he is below like Dragonite. They might. So where do you where do you think they're going to nerf him to? Slacking is just, if you go on Game Press and you go Pokemon list and you sort by CP, he is like, it's so crazy. Like, he is just, along with the other legendaries, Kyogre and Groudon, their CP is so high compared to everything, and Rayquaza, to be honest. They're in the 4,000, 5,000 CP Pokemon. Like, they make Mewtwo look small. I think they're definitely gonna nerf him below Mewtwo. I don't think they're gonna have a Pokemon that's above Mewtwo, because Mewtwo is Mewtwo. But I don't think they're going to make him below Tyranitar. So I'm thinking about the 3,000. Actually, they might make him below. They might make him below Tyranitar. I'm not sure. I think they're gonna put him in the 3,750 range. That's what I'm going to say slacking is going to be, 3,750. So I'm going to say I'm saving Stardust. So after this power-up, after this 1 million Stardust power-up, I am going to have about 700k left. I'm going to save that. So with that, I can power up, fully power up, assuming they hatch from eggs, and they're like the standard 2,500 dust to start. Almost fully power up this Zapdos. Almost fully powered up this 93% IV. I haven't changed its IV yet. I'm gonna do a TM guide in the future, so I'm not gonna power him up now. So there he is, 3,257 CP, fully powered up, 93% IV. So I got still got 3 Zapdos candies, so I wasted 3 rare candies. It's fine. It's all good. Although the rare candy drop from raids has dropped significantly. So there he is, fully powered up Zapdos, 3,257. If it was 100% IV, it would get up to... It still wouldn't hit 300. The difference is minimal. It still wouldn't have hit 3,330. Yeah, so 100% would have... I think might have hit 3,300. Might. I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So the next Pokemon, I'm not going to jump straight into a legendary bird. I'm going to, do them one by one. I'm going to go into a non-legendary bird this time. What do you think it's going to be? It's not exactly rocket science. It's going to be a Snorlax. It's going to be my 91% IV Legacy Snorlax. Zen Headbutt Body Slam. Body Slam is now defunct. You cannot get Body Slam on a Snorlax, I'm pretty sure. So, let's power this guy up to the max. Snorlax is still like one of the best defenders. Legacy moves Body Slam, yeah. Body Slam is the only move that is a legacy. It is now extinct. You cannot get Body Slam on a Snorlax anymore. Body Slam Snorlaxes are still amazing defenders. They're just like nothing compares to Blissey. It's just nothing compares to Blissey. Or in the future, Slacking. But it's still one of the best defenders. And when a gym gets taken down, everyone's going to put... the person who gets there first is obviously going to put in their Blissey. And then they're going to put in the Slacking. And then number 3 on the list is basically Snorlax. And maybe Chansey. Like, I've seen a lot of Chanseys like doubling up on Blissey and Chansey as defenders. But I always intended to power this guy up. I just never got time to. Other things came up and I was just busy with life and a new job and travel and other stuff. So Snorlax, this is gonna be quicker than normal. It didn't start off at 2,500 dust. I didn't hatch this out of an egg or get it from a raid. I caught this one wild. So this one is going to hit. What is this gonna hit? This is gonna hit 3,355 is his max CP, so it's going to be a higher CP than Zapdos. This Snorlax is going to get a higher percent, going to be a higher CP than Snorlax. Not the best, 91%, but having that body slam just makes it's just a huge difference. Like basically, body slam used to be a 2 charge bar move. Now it's a 3 charge bar move. So basically, every time you attack, you attack like a few times, it will hit you with a body slam. It is so hard to battle against, and it's a quick attack. Body slam is not like a slow attack like hyper beam, where you can see the word hyper beam and just wait for the flash and then dodge. Body slam hits you quick. You basically have to guess when the body slams are coming and then get ready to dodge. And if you're doing that, then you're not attacking Snorlax as much with your quick attacks. So it is like body slam Snorlax is still like it's still meta. It is still meta by a long shot. You want to have this guy with body slam. If you haven't got a good IV one, I would still say power up the best one you have, because it's body slam and it will just do very well in gyms. Especially if you're in a place where the gym metagame isn't as active as in places like Hong Kong or in Tokyo, where a lot of people play. There you go, 3,267, 10 CP higher than my Zapdos. So this is still really, this is great. This is great. Oh, it's not, the volume's gone. I forgot about that. Anyway, yeah, I gotta turn the volume off because I don't want the power up music just to be in your ear all day. It's go diddle diddle dan diddle diddle dan. I could turn the music off, the in-game music off, but then it would I just prefer it without any music. It's just simpler. Because if you turn the game music off, if you just turn the game music off, I think the power up music is still there unless you turn off all the other music. The next Pokemon is going to be which one do I go with first? I'm going to go with Articuno. I'm going to go with Articuno. This is my first ever legendary. Before I go with Articuno, let me show you something. Is there any new? Still a Duskull. Duskull. That's his name. Duskull. I didn't remember before. Let's go to the very not there. This is it. Articuno. Scene 3, Court 3. One of them is 93% IV, and at that point I was like, I am done. I am done with Articuno. I don't care if I have to use up all my rare candies for this guy. I'm going to have to use rare candies on all the other legendaries anyway. Why is it not loading? Why is it not loading? It's not loading. That's kind of lame. But I have a 100% record with my Articuno. I am very proud of that. So now I'm going to power up said Articuno. See, now it loads. It'll probably load in the Pokedex now. Frost Breath, Ice Beam. I'm going to change this to Blizzard. In the TM guide. No, oh no. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. Is there something wrong with the what? Maybe it's just because so many people are playing. Maybe it's because so many people are playing right now. Network error. Okay, let's change over to data. See if this works. It's because so many people are playing. Like, I'm pretty sure it's that. There's nothing wrong with my Wi-Fi. There's nothing wrong with my Wi-Fi. It's because so many people are playing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with my Wi-Fi. Nothing wrong with my Wi-Fi. And now the game's crashed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This stream could end prematurely. This video could end prematurely. I intended to go 1 million Stardust. Oh, and I forgot to disable my calls. Yeah, just enable that, just in case someone calls me. Because if someone calls me, then the number comes up, then I'm gonna have to edit it. And I don't like editing. I don't like editing, guys. So let's go back into Pokemon Go. Let's can you imagine if I go to the game now and it can't load? Oh, this is... at least I powered up my Zapdos and my my Snorlax. Okay, so it appears to be working now. Appears to be working. Oh, Team Instinct. I can't click on any gyms. I'm not clicking on any gyms. I'm not clicking on any gyms whatsoever. Do not care. I'm not clicking on any gyms. Let's try it again. Articuno. 1663. Yep, that hasn't changed. Power up. Yep, it's working. Okay. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. Yeah, so as I was saying, I wanted to I want to change Ice Beam to Blizzard because higher DPS, basically. I wouldn't have changed it if Ice Beam was a quick attack and its cooldown wasn't so long. Ice Beam basically has the same cooldown as Blizzard. So a cooldown is after you use a move, it's the time you need to wait before you can attack again. And its cooldown is basically very similar. It's slightly faster than Blizzard, but Blizzard does so much more damage. If it was a quick attack, if it had a cooldown similar to Stone Edge or Thunderbolt, like Zapdos has, then I would stick with Ice Beam. But it doesn't. It has a similar cooldown to Blizzard, and the time it takes to use the move, so the animation time, is also similar to Blizzard. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it to Blizzard. That's why like moves like Stone Edge and Thunderbolt are so good, because their animation times and their cooldowns are really short compared to the large moves like Zap Cannon compared to Thunder. So, and Earthquake. That's why those moves are so good. Even though they do less damage, but if you're dealing out damage so quickly and you can get right back into your attacks, you can basically double up. So I think Thunderbolt is about. Thunderbolt does, what does it do? It does 80 damage, but because it's dealing it so quick, by the time you use one Zap Cannon, you will have used 2 Thunderbolts. So 80 times 2 is 160. Zap Cannon is 140, so you're already doubling. You're already out damaging Zap Cannon. But that is not the case if Thunderbolt was slow. And Ice Beam is one of those. Unfortunately, it's one of those slow 2 charge bar moves. I didn't click on Articuno. Let's have a look at Articuno. Yeah? Let's have a look at Articuno. Right above Articuno in the CP list is Heracross. Oh, that's another reason why I'm saving up on Stardust. You never know, a Safari Zone might come to Hong Kong and I might get my hands on a Heracross. Or I could just go to Florida or Texas or whatever. Let's have a look. That's why I'm saving my Stardust. You want to save some Stardust for the meta Pokemon in Gen 3 or Gen 2s. If you can't get your hands on a Heracross, you need to save some Stardust for that guy. But there are some meta Pokemon in Gen 3 that I will get into. Ice Beam actually have damages. It actually out damages. It actually out damages whatchamacallit, Thunderbolt. But unfortunately, it's a bit too slow, and Thunderbolt is just too quick. Where is it? Let's keep powering up as I'm looking at the internet. Thunderbolt. Yeah, it's got a quick cooldown. Thunderbolt's got a very quick cooldown compared to Zap Cannon. I think it's not that it's not that Blizzard is terribly bad. It's just that Ice Beam. It's not that Zap Cannon is terribly bad. It's just that it's incredibly slow. Blizzard is 100. Anyway, let's get this. This is not the only Pokemon that I'll be powering up. The legendary birds aren't the only Pokemon I'll be powering. I'll also be powering up 2 more. So in total, 3 legendary birds and 3 other meta Pokemon that I'll be powering up, and I'll put them in between each other. I might have wasted on some more rare candies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasted a bunch of other rare candies on this guy, thinking that I needed more candy. So I've got actually 16 more Articuno. That's 16 rare candies. Oh, 16 rare candies I could have used for something else. Oh dear, 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 dear. So, maths is important, kids. So, next Pokemon I will be powering up. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess what it is? It is going to be... It's going to be a Poliwrath. It's going to be my Rock Smash Dynamic Punch Poliwrath with Stab, because it's also a fighting type. This guy is meta. Like normal types, when Slaking comes over, finally gets released, along with Snorlax, along with Blissey, and along with Chansey. So that's 4. That's 4 of the best gym defenders are all normal types. So you need your fighting types. That's why you need to power up. You need to try and get your hands on a high CP, high IV. Not the best IV, 91%, but it's really high Stardust. It's already starting off at 4,500 Dust. I don't want to waste that much Stardust. And you want to save on Stardust whenever you can. And if you get Rock Smash Dynamic Punch, this is the best moveset on a Poliwrath. It's not the best DPS moveset, but it's the best moveset. Like you need to take out like gyms all around the world are going to be Blisseys, Chanseys, Snorlaxes, and eventually Slackings. So you need these guys with really good fighting moves. Dynamic Punch, it's like a great move. Especially when it gets DPS. Especially when it gets Stab. Not DPS. Especially when it gets Stab. It's really good. The only problem with being a fighting type is you get hit when you get hit with Blisseys and Snorlaxes and Headbutt. Like they will deal super effective damage on you, which kind of sucks that they would do that. That they would give Snorlax and Blisseys and Headbutt. But because it just makes it everything harder. But it's okay. It's okay. It makes it more challenging, which is something I'm okay with. Almost done with this Rock Smash Dynamic Punch. Poliwrath. Politoed is its other evolution. It's Poliwhirl's other evolution. It's fun and everything, but it's not up there. It's not meta. It's not meta. That's at the end of the day what you need to power up is what's meta. I don't know if this thing has better defense than Machamp. Let's have a look, shall we? Poliwrath. 187 defense. And, yeah, so this is defensively a much better Pokemon than Machamp. But attacking doesn't compare. Attacking does not compare. There we go. 2,370. That's why Machamp's CP is so high, because its attack stat is really high, and when it's and the attack stat is more favored in the CP formula. I know CP doesn't really matter, but CP is an aggregator of a Pokemon's base stats, and if its base stats are high, then that's what really matters, because that's how it's going to perform in a gym. So 2,370, a lot lower than I thought, but it doesn't matter. Rock Smash, Dynamic Punch, you're going to need those guys when you find a gym with a Slacking, a Blissey, a Chansey, and a Blissey. No, a Slacking, a Blissey, a Chansey, and a Snorlax. That's 4. That's 4 out of the 6 slots in a gym are going to be normal types. You are going to need to stock up on these guys. So, next Pokemon is going to be... actually, I should have done the non-legendary bird Pokemon first, so I would end with a legendary bird Pokemon. But it's okay. It's okay. Next one is going to be a Moltres. The Moltres. I've got 2. These Moltreses are both identical. 98% IV, same stats, everything. Just the moveset is different. So one of them has Heat Wave, and one of them has Fire Blast. So I'm going to keep the Fire Blast one because I won't need to use it's because it's better than Heat Wave. I'm going to power up the Heat Wave one because I will eventually want to use a TM to get Overheat. Overheat is the move you want. What's my Stardust looking like now? I should be almost dipping under 1 million. Yep, 105,000. No, 1,050,000. Yeah. So after this Moltres, I will be heading over to my last Pokemon that I will be powering up, which follows a theme, really. Follows a theme. And I think that Pokemon, the last Pokemon I'm going to power is actually one of my most important. The most important one I'm going to power up. Like, the 3 legendary birds are great and everything. I'm more, apart from Zapdos. Zapdos, you need to power up Zapdos because he's the best electric type in the game. You need to power him up. He's has the highest attacking stat of any of the legendary birds. So he's going to perform best in gyms. The other reason, yeah, so that's, but these, Moltres and Articuno, I didn't really need to power them up because they're not really that important in terms of the meta. But, like, I grew up on Gen 1. And I have a special place in my heart for those Gen 1 Pokemon. So I have to power up all the Gen 1 legendaries. That's just not a debate for me. I have to power them up. I just have to. Especially in, a lot of people when they first play Pokemon, like, a lot of the YouTubers that you see, they weren't actually born, or they were babies when Pokemon first came out. And their first experience of Pokemon wasn't Pokemon Red, wasn't Pokemon Blue, wasn't Pokemon Green or Yellow. It was Pokemon Emerald or Pokemon Ruby or Fire Red. In my first, so the kids in my generation, the first Pokemon experience they had was actually Pokemon Red or Blue. Mine, however, was different. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Yellow. The images in Pokemon Yellow, the art, the sprites were a lot better. Much better art. And the in-game experience was actually different. You got to be Ash Ketchum. I'm Ash Ketchum 1987. You get to be Ash Ketchum. You get given Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle in Pokemon Yellow. And I think I could be wrong, but for some reason I'm remembering that the Mewtwo cave at the very end, next to Misty's gym, I'm pretty sure the Mewtwo cave is different. It's like bigger, like the maps are different. Some of the other caves, I think the last cave, Victory Road, might be different. You get to catch all 3 legendary birds. I think you get to catch all 3 legendary birds anyway in Pokemon Blue and Red. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the Mewtwo cave was different. Like, and Mewtwo's sprite was a lot different as well. But yeah, I didn't grow up on Pokemon Red or Blue like a lot of people did. I grew up on Pokemon Yellow. So there's something you didn't know. Wow, we're approaching half an hour on this video. Damn, I better hurry up. So power up. So I'm going to try and power up this guy as quickly as possible. And onto my final Pokemon. I hope I don't run out of space. Oh, that would be terrible. I would have to stop the video and then do a new video and then just pair it up together. I guess I just spent too much time babbling. Just going chit-chat mode. Anyway. Yeah, now I'm looking at Articuno and Zapdos' moves. There we go! 3,217 max CP for a Moltres. Sweet. Now, onto my last Pokemon is... You can actually see me spell it, so you can actually see me spell it, so you'll know straight away. It is an Ursaring. It does not have Dynamic Punch, but it's 100% IV. Caught this in the wild. Max max level you can catch in the wild at 5,000 dust. Right there. Counter close combat. This is the meta Pokemon you want. Okay? Because it is not a fighting type. Now you might be thinking, what wouldn't you want it to be a fighting type? It's got stab. It gets a bonus every time it attacks. That may be true. But if it was a fighting type, like I said before with Poliwrath and with Machamp, Snorlax and Blissey will deal super effective damage when it hits you with Zen Headbutt. And when Blissey hits you with Dazzling Gleam, that is a killer. That is a killer. Oh my goodness, Dazzling Gleam doing super effective damage, that is a killer. Killer move. You have to dodge that. If you don't dodge that, even if you dodge it, it still takes quite a bit of a chunk out of your HP. But if you don't dodge it, that's like more than half your HP gone. And if it's your high Blissey, if it's a high CP Blissey, that's like 75% of your HP gone. It's like, but with Ursaring, and there's one more, Ursaring and Donphan. Donphan unfortunately does not have a close combat or dynamic punch, but it has counter. Those are the Pokemon that you want to fully power up. If you have like extra Stardust, I would power up 2 of them. 2 of each. Counter close combat Ursaring, 2 of them. Counter Earthquake Donphan, power up 2 of them. Because in the future, when Slackings are going to be in gyms, there's going to be 4 normal types in gyms. 4 normal types. So you're going to need fighting types with good moves, with high IVs, with high CPs, just to take them out. Take them all out. And of course, being a normal type, any normal type attack from those 4 normal type Pokemon is only going to be resistant to it. I'm assuming normal types are resistant to normal types. So I haven't looked at the max CP of this, but let's see if normal types, no. Normal types are not resistant to normal types. So forget what I just said, but psychic type attacks, and there we go, 2,720 is max CP. For level 39, not level 40. I'm pretty close. 2,760 is this max CP for level 40. But for level 39, because Niantic hasn't lifted the restriction yet, this is its max CP. So yeah, as I was saying, you want to power up these guys, because in the future you're going to have Slackings, you're going to have Blisseys, Chanseys, and Snorlaxes, with all the best movesets in gyms, and they are going to deal super effective damage against your Machamps, against your Poliwraths. So having Ursarings and having Donphans are going to be incredibly useful, because they've got really high CP, which translates to, if they have high CP, then it translates to having high stats. Look at that. Look at that. Zapdos, Moltres represent in the top 9. This is the Donphan. I've got it maxed out. 100% IV, counter Earthquake. If it gets a fighting type charge move, you can bet that your boy's going to use a TM on that. And so there's the Articuno right up there. The Articuno, I didn't say it before, but Articuno I think is the best ice type in the game. So that's one of the reasons why you should power it up. It is going to be better than Lapras. It's not going to survive as much as Lapras, because I'm sure Lapras has better HP and defense. It has better HP, but Articuno has better defense. But as long as you dodge, as long as you know how to dodge, and they've updated the game, so it's a lot smoother now. It's a lot smoother. It's much easier to dodge. So yeah, there's the Ursaring. And then the Poliwrath is only 2,600, I'm pretty sure. Or is it? No, it's less. Is it 2,003? Damn, that's really low. It's really low. It's really low. But it needed to happen. It needed to happen. Rock Smash, Dynamic Punch, it just needed to happen. I could have powered up another Machamp. Well, where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that when you could have a Poliwrath and it resists water type attacks and grass type attacks. So there's like an extra element to it. And here is the last Pokemon I didn't look at, but Snorlax. Snorlax, bruh. High CP than high max CP than Blissey. So there we go, guys. There was my 1 million Stardust power up video. I still have how much Stardust? I'm going to end off with turn the music back on now. I've still got 700k Stardust, so 1 million Stardust video. And there you go, guys. Hopefully you got something out of it in terms of advice, in terms of what to power up, in terms of the meta. Now, I forgot to mention this. So if you've stayed to the end, then thank you. But in terms of the meta Pokemon to power up for Gen 3, there are not that many. So Metagross is number 1. Metagross is huge. Slacking is obviously another. Metagross is a steel psychic type. Steel types, if you don't know, steel types resist everything. So this is going to be in gyms as well. So that's going to be the 5th Pokemon that's going to be in gyms. If you're counting Chansey and Blissey as 2. And then, yeah, that's basically it. Because Salamence is basically just another version of Dragonite. And Rhydon. No, Rhydon evolves into our Rhyperior in Gen 4. I thought it was Gen 3, but it's Gen 4. So I'm just going down the list, see if there's anything else worth powering up. Aggron. Aggron is just under Donphan in terms of max CP, but it is a rock steel type, so it's double weak to fighting and water. No, fighting and, no, not fighting and water, fighting and, it's weak to water. It's double weak to fighting, and it's double weak to something else. I can't remember. It's double weak to something else. Fighting and something else. But yeah, basically you want to save Stardust for if you haven't got a Heracross yet and you eventually get one, then save some Stardust for Heracross. But Metagross is the number 1. Metagross and Slacking are the 2 Pokemon you want to save Stardust for. And if you hatch one out of an egg, the standard 2,500, then you will need 205,000 Stardust to power up one of them. And 218 candy. I was about to say 118 candy, but that doesn't sound right. Yeah, so if you hatch one out of an egg, then the standard is 205k Stardust to power them up, and 218 candy to fully power them up. So yeah, those are the 2 Pokemon you want. High IV Metagross, High IV Slacking. And those are basically the only 2 meta Pokemon you want in Pokemon Go. Slacking to put in gyms, and Metagross also to put in gyms. I don't think they're good attackers. They're not that good attackers. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed my 1 million Stardust video. This is approaching 40 minutes. I wanted it to be under half an hour, but you know, the game crashed, and I talked a bit too much. I talked a bit more than I normally do, because you know. Because Gen 3 is out and that, you know. No Gen 3s. No Gen 3s on the list. But we still got Misdreavus. You want to catch more Misdreavus, by the way. Misdreavus evolves in Gen 4, and Misdreavus is a rare Pokemon normally, so you want to catch more of them. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed my 1 million Stardust video. Powered up the 3 legendary birds, and then Snorlax, Ursaring, and Poliwrath. This has been Ash Ketchum 1987, my road to level 40, signing off. Oh, the stop button's gone for some reason. Anyway, guys, signing off. Hope you enjoyed.